This haunting yet deeply emotional story is based on a real experience involving two men, an antique dealer known as Uncle Tob and a wealthy collector named Mr. Nati. What began as a simple trade of an ancient object ended up awakening a forbidden love, one bound by a promise that refused to fade with time. Among antique collectors, there is an unspoken rule. Every object has an owner, and every owner leaves a story behind. Uncle Tob understood this well. Once a treasure hunter, he had turned to selling antiques online to survive during a difficult economic period. One evening, while live streaming a sale, he received a message from his close friend, Uncle Mac, who was contacting him on behalf of his employer. The item they wanted was an ancient sword, beautifully crafted, with an ornate silver hilt and scabbard, clearly belonging to a high-ranking noble or a powerful military commander in its time. But what Uncle Tob knew, better than anyone else, was that the sword never came alone. When it was first unearthed, it lay beside an ancient gold bracelet, always together, side by side, like lovers who could not be separated. Uncle Tob warned Uncle Mek immediately. The sword and the bracelet had to be sold as a pair. People with spiritual knowledge had once told him that the sword belonged to a great general, while the bracelet belonged to a royal dancer who was his wife. Their bond, even in death, was said to be unbreakable. But Mr. Nati, Uncle Make's employer, had searched for this sword for years. He insisted on buying only the sword. He had no use for a woman's bracelet. Pressed by financial desperation, Uncle Tob finally agreed. The sword was handed over to Mr. Nati. The bracelet remained behind. That decision marked the beginning of the nightmare. The moment the sword left Uncle Tob's house, an unnatural silence settled in. The kind of silence that feels crowded. The very next morning, Aunt Nim, Uncle Tob's wife, woke up confused and asked, "Why were you playing traditional Thai music so early this morning?" Uncle Tob denied it. He had only just woken up. But Aunt Nin insisted she had heard a full peep-hat ensemble playing loudly through the house. Soon, neighbors began asking the same question: whether the house was hosting a ceremony or celebration. Yet the house was empty, silent. The disturbances escalated. First came the music, then came the smells. Sweet floral scents mixed with incense, and at times, a sudden stench of decay, like a rotting corpse. Then, the visions began. One afternoon, as Aunt Nim sat alone, the music suddenly played right beside her ear. A thick, floral fragrance filled the room. When she looked up, she saw a woman standing in the corner, dressed in the full attire of a traditional royal dancer. Her back turned, moving slowly in a graceful but unsettling dance. The dancer glided backward toward her, closer, closer, until she was right in front of her. Then the dancer twisted her neck around, not turning normally, but rotating it fully backward. The face that stared back was pale and lifeless, eyes bulging, blood streaking down her cheeks. Her mouth stretched into a wide grin, revealing blackened teeth. Otnim screamed and collapsed, unconscious. The following day, as she walked down the stairs, an invisible force kicked her violently from behind. She tumbled down, breaking her arm. At the hospital, doctors found a massive bruise on her back, shaped like a small woman's footprint. Uncle Tab finally understood. The dancer was furious that her lover had been taken away. He rushed to consult a revered monk, bringing the gold bracelet with him. After meditating, the monk said calmly, "She doesn't want to harm you. She is angry because she was separated from her husband. She only wants to be reunited. Return it." At the same time, Mr. Nati's household was suffering as well. Though he wrapped the sword tightly in sacred talisman cloth, accidents happened daily. Cuts, bruises, blood spilled without reason. Sometimes the sword would shake violently on its offering tray, as if someone unseen were gripping it. The worst incident came when Mr. Nati's 6-year-old son, sneaked into the prayer room and removed the talisman cloth from the sword. The moment it came loose, the child screamed and collapsed with a mysterious fever. Doctors couldn't explain it. The boy cried out in terror, claiming he saw a massive man holding a sword, staring at him in rage. Mr. Nati, who was overseas, remembered Uncle Tab's warning about the paired relics. When travel restrictions eased, he returned to Thailand immediately and went straight to Uncle Tab's house. The moment Uncle Tab placed the gold bracelet into Mr. Nati's hands, something changed. Uncle Tab heard a whisper beside his ear, a soft, beautiful woman's voice saying, "Thank you." The room filled with the gentle fragrance of Thai flowers. No fear, no decay, only relief. When the bracelet was reunited with the sword, recovered instantly. The house grew peaceful. Business flourished once more. The sword and the bracelet now rest together again, just as the spirits of the great general and the royal dancer were finally reunited after centuries apart. This cursed relic teaches us that love and devotion can transcend time itself. Some objects are not merely possessions. They are witnesses of love, carrying souls that patiently wait to be reunited once more. And if you want to hear more true Thai stories like this, subscribe to Tale After Dark and let the next story play.